So we assume if you're taking a fashion design course or sewing for that matter, that you know how to use a tape measure. But if you're a beginner, you won't. And even if you've been sewing for a little bit, let me show you my tips and tricks on how to use a tape measure wisely, how to measure and calculate easily. So this tutorial will be about the measuring tape with American numbering. I won't be doing the metrics and all of that, even though the backside of this measuring tape has metrics. I don't know the metrics. So unfortunately, I will not be showing you that. And as you can see, it's already wrapped around me. That's tip number one. I keep it around my neck as if I'm a doctor because I call this Doctor of Design. When you're measuring and calculating and trying to get your work done, this is the best place for it. And if you're taking one of my courses, this is a must. You must watch this video. And if you don't know about my courses, I'm going to have it in the link below so that you can check out that I have now actual live Zoom courses where you can be with me live learning how to do fashion design, fitting, and sewing. So let's get started. So this is the type of tape measure that I like the most, not particularly this brand. I will have the link in the description box for the measuring tape so that you can get that on Amazon with my link. But let me take this out here so I can show you. It's a certain type of tape measure that is really the best for fashion design, measuring, and I'll tell you why. Let's take it out. As you can see, it is like a poly material, which is really, really nice. So it's flexible and durable. And yes, this one actually does have the centimeters on the other side. But what I like about this particular one, as you can see here, it has the tip here that is not actually bolted down. Some of them have a hole there and they're actually bolted down and you can't take them off. These particular ones you can take off. As you can see, when you push it out, it comes apart and you can take that tip off. This one actually has holes in it. I don't prefer that, so I'm not going to use this for the demonstration. I'm going to use the one that I have around my neck. It's the same material, as you can see, and I took the tip off. That's tip number one. Why do I do that? Because as you can see here, the tape measure is 60 inches long with a little extra, right? And they have 1/16 of an inch markings. And in order to see those very small markings, as you can see over here, taking that tip off will give you the most accurate measurement you can possibly get because you're getting right on the edge of that measuring tape. That's tip number two. So the markings all the way along the tape measure on every inch has these little markings which are 1/16 of an inch. And that means that there are 16 of these to make up 1 inch. Let's count. 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 5/16, 6/16, 7/16, 8/16, 9/16, 10/16, 11/16, 12/16, 13/16, 14/16, 15/16, and then 16/16 will be 1 inch. And that goes all the way along the tape measure. So let's go over the other markings. The next size over from that 1/16 of an inch slash is the 1/8 of an inch. And that marking is just a slightly longer than the 1/16 of an inch. And that's because it takes 2 of the smaller markings to make up that 1/8 of an inch. And that goes all the way along the 1 inch segment. The next marking over is the 1/4 of an inch, and that shows you that 4 of the smaller ones will turn into 1/4. And those markings go all the way across the 1-inch marks as well, but they're divided by a little bit longer marking right here, which is the 1/2 of an inch mark. That's halfway from the inch. So you have a 1/4 of an inch, then you have the 1/2 of an inch, then it'll jump to the 3/4 mark, and then the 1 inch. And so those are all the markings that you have there. You can also take the 1/16 of an inch and go ahead and count how many they have, and then divide it by 2 to actually get your measurement, if you want to do it that way. But let me show you some tips and tricks so you don't have to calculate so much when you're measuring. Let's do that now. So here we go. I have my sloper pattern here. I have the skirt section of the sloper pattern because this video kind of came about when I realized that I really needed to step back and talk about how to measure properly, because that's so crucial. Measuring yourself as well as measuring the pattern. Let me show you how to measure the pattern first. So you can see here it has different lines, but I'm just going to go with the black lines because that'll be easier for you to see. And the way you want to use your tape measure when you're measuring curved lines versus straight across. First, we're going to measure straight across. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I measure this 1/2 of a body. This is the front skirt, this is the back skirt, and this is only 1/2 of the pattern, right? You need the other 2 parts to make a whole. So this is the way we actually calculate easily. So I'm going to just measure, and I'm going to, if it's a flat line, I put my horizontal line, which is perpendicular to any grain line that you have on a pattern. That's how it can be helpful. So that's already been drawn in for you. Then I'm going to lay the actual measuring tape on there just like that, so I can see from the very tip of where I'm going to measure to the very tip of where I need to finish my measuring. And then I'm going to actually take my fingernail like this as a mark and take that and move it over to the other part of the pattern like that, place it down straight again, and go across again here like that. Once I've measured that and I have my fingernail again on that measuring of where that ends, I'm going to go ahead and take the tape measure just like this. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to fold the whole tape measure like that, as you can see, and then as I fold it, I will actually get the measurement of the width of this pattern. And so now it's 39, as you can see here, and it is 39 1/8. Why is it 1/8? Because we have 2/16, and that makes 1/8. And that is the measurement for the hip line of this pattern. So what if you have darts on your pattern and you're trying to get the measurement for the actual hip line? Well, that's what the high hip is doing here. I again put my horizontal line perpendicular to my grain line, and you can see that I've also avoided the darts. We also have to avoid the darts when we're doing the measuring. So let me show you how we do that. Again, I'm going to start here from this side. I'm going to do it flat so you can see it. I'm going to start here at that black line, and I'm going to go where the actual dart begins. I'm going to put my fingernail there like that, transfer my fingernail so that I can see where to place it again. Put it down there where the dart is, put my other fingernail where that starts, transfer it to my other hand, and then move it over to the other side just like that. And then that's the end of that pattern. So it is very important, like I said, to be able to be aware of each one of those markings, because once you start folding your measuring tape once, and then even possibly twice, you can grow this and have a problem or you could have a mistake. So it's very, very important to be very precise and get your actual 16ths and your fingernail exactly on that marking. So what do you do if you have a curved line, like a cap of a sleeve, or an armhole, or a style line? Well, the best way to do that is to actually take your tape measure and hold it like this, straight up and down, so that you can curve around that armhole properly. Let me show you. You take the tip on the very end of wherever it starts, hold it up straight, and curve it around whatever curve you have on your pattern, moving inch by inch slowly around the pattern until you get to the end of wherever your pattern is. Then you can go ahead and put your fingernail again at that tip, and that will be the measurement of my cap. So I hope that was helpful. Now you're ready for my classes. Join my membership, and you can also be part of my group that learns every single month something special with a collaboration of the other members. And I will see you next time.